Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing well, because today we've got a pretty interesting topic to dive into. I'm going to be talking about Jin's relationship with Newjeans, and how it's, well, kind of weird. And before anyone comes at me, just a quick note. I'm not disrespecting Newjeans or their fans by calling them Newjeans instead of NJZ. I know NJZ is technically a shorter name for Newjeans, but I'm just going to stick with the name that most people know them by. It's simple, it's recognizable, and that's what we're going with here. Alright, now let's get into it. So, just about a week ago, Newjeans were seen leaving court. Yes, court. And they briefly spoke to the press afterwards. They addressed several things and even sent some heartfelt messages to their fans, which was really nice. But here's where things took a turn and got people raising their eyebrows. When Danielle had a chance to speak, she made a statement that seriously confused fans and netizens alike. She said, and I quote, that Newjeans is a 6-member group. Now, we all know Newjeans is a 5-member group. That's not up for debate. So naturally, people were like, wait, what? But then she clarified that the 6th member of Newjeans is Jin. Yes, Jin, the ex-CEO of Adore and the creative force behind the group. This little comment sent shockwaves through the fandom and beyond. Suddenly, things that didn't make much sense before started to click for a lot of people. Fans and netizens began to piece together what might have really been going on this entire time. Many pointed out that ever since Jin stepped down from her role at Adore, all this chaos with Newjeans started unfolding. Some fans believed that the group was upset because Jin was like a mother figure to them, someone who really shaped their identity as artists. But here's where it gets more complex. We have to keep in mind that Minji and Hani, 2 of the central members involved in this situation, are both 20-year-old adults. They're not kids, and the way everything is being framed has raised some serious questions about boundaries and roles within the industry. It's one thing to be close to your producer or creative director, but to be calling them the 6th member of your group? That's on a whole other level. The big question that's been on everyone's mind is, why does Newjeans want to be with Jin so badly? Or better yet, why do they need her so much? What is it about their relationship that makes them cling to her, even to the point of calling her the 6th member of the group? Things got even more complicated when some private text messages were leaked. Texts between Hani and Jin. In these messages, Hani reportedly talked to Jin about feeling ignored by Illit, another girl group under the same company. She expressed that she was being left out and overlooked, and this conversation seemed to be a catalyst for what happened next. Not long after that, Hani went to the National Assembly, yes, the National Assembly, and gave a statement where she basically said she was being bullied. That's a huge move, and it shocked a lot of people. But here's where it gets even messier. Dispatch released a photograph showing Jin and Hani meeting up before Hani went to the National Assembly. The kicker? Hani had claimed she was going on her own. So now people are wondering, was this really Hani's decision? Or was Jin orchestrating everything behind the scenes? Is she the one pulling the strings in all of this? Then there's the now viral press conference Jin held, which raised even more eyebrows. During the conference, she talked about her time at Source Music, the company where she used to work before Adore. She revealed how she had to pick trainees from the pool that Source Music already had, and this is where things took a strange turn. She said, and I quote, "Out of the trainees that Source Music already had, there wasn't much I could choose from. There was only Minji." At first, it seemed like a compliment to Minji, highlighting her as a standout talent. But it quickly got uncomfortable when she went on to say that the other trainees were old, meaning they were too old to polish or improve their skills. Fans were stunned. Why? Because at that time, trainees like Yoonjin and Sakura, who are now members of LE Seraphim, were also part of Source Music, and they were only around 18 or 19 years old. So basically, Jin implied that 18 to 19-year-olds were too old to debut, which many people found really disturbing. Like, how is 18 considered too old? That's not just weird, that's concerning. And it doesn't stop there. She went on to talk more about Minji, mentioning how young she was and how pretty she was at the time. That rubbed fans the wrong way, especially considering the power dynamics and how long Minji had been a trainee, around 5 years, starting from her time at Source Music. The way Jin described her gave off a vibe that many people found unsettling, and it added another layer to the already strange and intense relationship between her and Newjeans. So with all of this, the texts, the meetings, the court appearances, and now these statements from Jin, it really makes you wonder, is there more going on behind the scenes than we know? Is Jin simply a guiding figure, or does she have too much influence over the members? These are the questions fans and netizens are asking, and honestly, the more that comes out, the more complicated it all seems. If she debuted at the age of 18, that would mean she was only around 13 years old when Jin first discovered her, noting her youth and beauty. This revelation takes on an unsettling tone, especially when you consider the other controversial elements associated with Jin's work. Let's rewind to the year 2015, a pivotal moment when Min Hee-jin was responsible for a photo shoot featuring Taemin from SHINee, Kai from EXO, and Crystal from FX. At first glance, the aesthetic of the photos seemed appealing and presented a charming vibe that might appear somewhat nostalgic compared to contemporary K-pop. However, the underlying inspiration for this photo shoot reveals a more troubling narrative. It was based on the 2003 film The Dreamers, a film that delves into deeply uncomfortable and incest themes, including intimate and sexual relationships between a pair of twins, and then how they progress to do interdate relations together with a male student. This is the same woman who would go on to debut a group composed of minors, highlighting an ongoing pattern of problematic behavior. The concerns don't stop there, as Min Hee-jin also directed a music video for Super Junior's song Devil, which featured a very young actress engaging in suggestive acts alongside adult male members. Astonishingly, it later came to light that the actress was just 14 years old at the time. One must pause to reflect on the appropriateness of casting a minor in such a provocative role with grown men. This raises significant ethical questions. Moreover, in 2010, Min Hee-jin directed a photo shoot with Sully from FX when she was merely 15 years old, and the imagery from that project was alarmingly suggestive and far from suitable for someone so young as 15 years old. The more disturbing actions of Min Hee-jin had occurred when she was working for the famous girl group, Red Velvet. While directing the music video for Red Velvet's song Happiness, she shockingly incorporated references to two of the most tragic events in contemporary history: the atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki in 1945 and the September 11th attacks in 2001. To provide a brief history lesson for those unfamiliar, the bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki resulted in the deaths of approximately 150,000 to 246,000 innocent civilians, and were pivotal moments in World War II. Similarly, the 9/11 terrorist attacks saw nearly 3,000 innocent lives taken in a series of coordinated strikes against the United States. Both of these events are not just historical footnotes. They continue to impact countless lives to this day due to the tragedies and losses they incurred. Yet, in the face of such profound suffering, Min Hee-jin had the audacity to intertwine these sensitive subjects with a song titled Happiness. This decision raises serious concerns about the boundaries of artistic expression and the responsibilities that come with it in the realm of entertainment. As we analyze Min Hee-jin's career, it becomes increasingly clear that her artistic choices reveal a pattern that is difficult to overlook and even harder to justify. As you can probably tell, I have very strong feelings about Min Hee-jin, and I have only scratched the surface of the more troubling aspects of her career. Honestly, I'm considering diving deeper into Min Hee-jin's actions to raise awareness about the controversies surrounding her work. Continuing on this path, it's important to highlight the release of Red Velvet's song Ice Cream Cake, which carries a suggestive undertone that is alarming, especially given that one of the youngest members was only 16 at the time. The lyrics include lines like, "The ice cream that's on my mouth makes your heart pound and you'll come to me. It's so tasty. Come and chase me. I can't hold it in." Also, while I was reading this part of the lyrics, a certain line of the song was highlighted, and when I clicked on it, well, this came up, and I do not need to explain why this is weird. And I am reminding you that one of their members was only 16, and that member was Yeri. And it's melting in my mouth, putting so much in that it'll feel like my mouth is melting down. It's not hard to decipher what these lyrics imply, and it raises critical questions about the appropriateness of such content for a young audience. Interestingly, the similarities between this song and Newjeans' Cookie further illustrate a troubling pattern. Now, you might think that these incidents belong to the past, and that Min Hee-jin has changed her ways, particularly with the debut of Newjeans. However, that assumption would be incorrect. One of the most concerning examples comes from the music video for Newjeans' song Cool With You. At the time of filming, many of the members were still minors. For instance, their youngest member, Hyun, was only 15. This music video features well-known actress Hoyeon, who portrays a character in love with a man who is unaware of her presence. The imagery becomes problematic, with scenes showing Hoyeon lying on the shirtless man while he is in a vulnerable state, as well as another shot of her stripping in the rain, all while the Newjeans members watch. While the concept of the music video could be interpreted as Newjeans reflecting a sort of guardian angel quality, the inclusion of such inappropriate scenes involving minors is simply unacceptable. Moreover, there's a troubling revelation that further tarnishes Min Hee-jin's reputation. Her private Kakao Talk messages were leaked, and they contained derogatory remarks about the Newjeans members, including comments about their weight and demeaning references to them as fat pigs. She expressed that they needed to humble themselves, claiming they didn't achieve popularity through their own efforts, and she admonished them to greet her when they encountered her. These messages came to light through a prominent celebrity news reporter who stated that he received this information from within Hybe. When he reached out to Adore for comment, they did not deny the validity of the messages, which raises significant concerns about their truthfulness. If the reporter were lying, he would likely face defamation charges under South Korean law, yet no legal repercussions have surfaced, indicating the likelihood that the claims are credible. Additionally, some fans might have overlooked a moment at the end of Newjeans' music video for OMG, where one member stops another from posting a critical comment about the video's theme. The comment, which translates to, "Am I the only one uncomfortable with the MV's theme? For idols' music videos, can't you just watch their faces and choreography, and that's enough to enjoy?" directly addresses the concerns of viewers who are uncomfortable with the provocative themes present in their work. I can relate to that sentiment. I'm genuinely worried about the girls and the environments they are working in. It baffles me that they would continue working alongside someone like Min Hee-jin, given her troubling history. Furthermore, a recent development in the ongoing Newjeans versus Adore trial has drawn attention to the dynamics within the group. One member, believed to be Danielle, expressed feelings of insecurity and discomfort with Adore after Min Hee-jin's departure. This suggests that there may have been something unsettling about the environment while Min Hee-jin was involved that is now being brought to light. The timing of these sentiments feels too coincidental to ignore. Perhaps the departure of Min Hee-jin has unearthed issues that had been concealed. I haven't even begun to cover all the worst aspects of Min Hee-jin's career, but I intend to explore them in future discussions, so stay tuned. In the meantime, I invite you to share your thoughts on these developments. What do you think about this situation? Please leave your comments below and don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates. There's certainly much more to uncover. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll catch you in the next one.